He was an ordinary letter carrier. Daily routes, familiar streets, monotony, everything was as it always was. But one day, he received a strange letter. A letter that wasn't on the list. It wasn't supposed to be there, and everything he knew about it seemed unbelievable. The addressee was long dead. Why hadn't it been thrown away like the others? Why was he, an ordinary mailman, involved in this mystery? And what does it all have to do with him? Finding himself in a house that didn't exist, he realized he was playing someone else's game, and someone certainly didn't want him to solve it. Alex is an ordinary letter carrier living in a small apartment on the outskirts of the city. His life was boring and monotonous, but when he accidentally receives a strange letter, his world changes. A letter that has no sender's name and is not listed in the registry. Not paying attention to it at first, he decides to deliver it to its addressee, an old house on the edge of town. When Alex arrives at the given address, the house seems empty and long abandoned. The darkness thickens around him, and he feels his heart start to beat faster. Why wasn't the letter listed? Why was it addressed to this house? As he stands in front of the door, a strange feeling overwhelms him. This is no accident. He knocks, but the answer is only silence. The door is slightly ajar. He cautiously steps inside and is confronted with an abandoned interior where dust covers every surface. There is a musty odor in the air. There are old photographs on the table, and among them, he notices a picture with the man whose name is written on the envelope. But didn't he say that this man had died years ago? Why, then, are his pictures still kept in this house? Suddenly, Alex hears the door creak behind him. He turns around, but there is no one in the room but him. However, the feeling that he is being watched becomes unbearable. He hurriedly puts the letter on the table, deciding to sneak out. But just as he turns around, the door slams shut, causing his heart to skip a beat. Alex feels cold sweat covering his forehead. He stands in the empty, silent room, not knowing what to do next. Someone was here, but who? He tries to remember everything he knows about this house, but his memory is jumbled. He decides not to wait and runs. But that's when someone appears in the room. Suddenly, a man appears. He looks as if he hasn't been here for a long time. Alex recognizes him. It's the man from the photograph. But how could he be alive? He doesn't have time to ask before the stranger starts talking. Everything he hears is as if from another world. You brought the letter, but you weren't supposed to find it. The man tells Alex that his entire existence has been part of a mysterious network. He was just a pawn, unaware that he was under the control of forces that manipulated his life. The letter he delivered was the key to unlocking this network, and now that it has been opened, he is being hunted. Realizing that his life is in danger, Alex decides to find out who is behind this. He decides to go back to the place where it all started and try to find answers. He heads back to the house where it all happened. Once again in the house, Alex finds something new, a small door that was hidden behind old furniture. Behind it is a room full of records and documents related to his life. He realizes that everything that happened to him was pre-planned. All he had to do was to choose what to do next. Alex realizes that he was part of something far more dangerous than just delivering a letter. He was on the brink of a huge secret that could destroy everything he knew. But now, after all the revelations, he has a choice to make. Go into hiding or fight for the truth despite the risks. But all this can't just end. Alex can't go back to his normal life, because he now knows too much. And in that moment, he realizes that he was just part of a big, complicated game. What happens next? We will soon find out. But only if you put a like and subscribe to the channel. If you liked this story, please like it. If we get 5,000 likes, I will tell you what this mysterious letter hides and how Alex chose his destiny. Subscribe to the channel to not miss new videos and write in the comments what you think about what is happening.